Good afternoon. I am Dr. Meenakshi Anantram, and as you can see, I'm an ordinary woman with an extraordinary life story. I was born to fabulous parents. My father is an Indian cricket legend. My mother, a very educated, well-spoken woman. So you can imagine my childhood. The dining table conversations would be around intelligence and sports trivia. So my three brothers and I, we were destined to excel, and so be it. At the age of 18, I won my first poetry contest. At the age of 13, I held the mic to talk to 500 people for the first time on a big stage. I won top honors in school and college, and I got to play for the under-15 cricket team and also in the 1982 Asian Games for the country, India, the game handball. What a beautiful life, isn't it? I met my childhood sweetheart, married him, and by the age of 21, I entered a new home with a lovely mother-in-law. Made two babies, adorable little boys. Went on to do my MSc, won a gold medal. My father and I, in the meantime, entered the National Book of Records, and also today knocking the world record as the only father-daughter in the world to sit together and give running commentary at an international cricket match for men. After all this, I got selected after my doctoral work at the Pacific Ocean of the Stanford Belt. I came back to become a woman nominated, the first Indian woman scientist nominated to the Antarctic mission. How lucky can I be? Now I've come to the crossroads of my life. Luck is all in the learning. The vice chancellor of my university that had applauded loudly for me while I brought back the laurels of 25 papers, 4 patents, and the Antarctic mission story, stopped me at the gate saying, "You are overqualified, let's give the job to some local person." And so, Meenakshi had to stop and think of what she could do next. That night, my husband and I got together, put on our thinking caps, and remember the moments when I excelled on stage. In a few days, India's first registered event management company was born, and I had learned at the age of 28 to unlearn myself as a scientist and walk into the boardroom as the CEO of a top event management company when event management wasn't even defined. The journey was lonely. I was willing to run. The road was ahead of me. I had nothing next to me except myself. The story of my company is today 32, 33 years old. From a few thousands, we've gone to lakhs, and now I see crores in the bank balance. Everything was hunky-dory and good. I had the honor of standing with presidents, prime ministers, and celebrities and introduce them on stage. But now let me take you to my story. It was in October 2006. I was standing on stage next to the chief minister, introducing him for a bank event, when I noticed that my phone was buzzing and I had 10 missed calls from my husband. Anantram would never call me normally during work, so I took the phone and went aside, and all my ego I said, "I'm standing next to the chief minister. Can we talk later?" What he said to me in reply changed my life forever. He said, "Come back home. Rohit is unwell. Our son needs you." Rohit, our 20-year-old child, a final year mechanical engineering student at Nellore Institute of Technology, had come back home to tell us that he was unwell, and that night he was diagnosed with rhabdomyosarcoma, a terrible bladder cancer. We lost Rohit after he fought a brave battle. Before he turned 22 itself, he was gone, back to the God that brought it to us. The boardroom was buzzing. We were getting work from every corner. People trusted my team. My younger boy stepped into my shoes and said, "Take your time." But the CEO was no more in existence. She had died. The mother was so sad that she fell into a pit and never could come out of it. It took me a few months. I gained weight to 113 kgs. I was gorging in sympathy, wallowing in pity. I was sad. The purpose of my life was gone. My child was dead. One day I got that call, the second call that made a difference to my life. One of my colleagues called me and said, "Ma'am, I'm sorry I called and disturbed you, but today we have a crisis. We are doing a birthday party for a 10-year-old client. The theme is circus, and our clown was supposed to come in from Bombay, missed his flight. Advised me, what should I do? Within seconds, the unlearning of my life on stage came back to me. I was running around, almost possessed. I had no time. I picked up every curtain I could, every satin bit of cloth, took out my rusted old machine and stitched Rohit's mother a clown's costume. That evening at 6:30, the stage opened and Rohit's mother was on stage. The client was excited. A female clown! What a novelty! And look at the way she spoke, like a professional speaker. She's so confident. She could play games like this. The 10-year-olds were having a gala time. But across the console, my entire team had tears in their eyes. They knew who this clown was. She was the great woman they respected in the boardroom. That night, when I went back home, friends, I told my husband, now I know what we are meant to do. You and I are going to be medical clowns. We had heard of a great heroic story of a doctor who did the same thing in the United States, and we became medical clowns. So Anand asked me, what are our names? At that time, there was this strange looking guy who was looking at me from Rohit and Rahul's toy box. Meet Bonji. Bonji is Rahul's little toy. So I said, Guy, since you're looking at me like that, wondering what I'm doing, I will be Bonji, the medical clown, and Rohit's toy became Mumpy, and his appa, his father, became Mumpy. So Mumpy and Bonji were born out of a necessity to have medical clowning in rooms. We went back to the same room where we had lost our little boy. Our little boy comes alive in every patient we meet. Ladies and gentlemen, we are no ordinary medical clowns. We are palliative medical clowns. Palliative medical clown also teaches you what not to say to people. It just takes a little time and this little nose to transform a pained mother, a sad mother, into India's first palliative superwoman, the medical clown. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, being a medical clown has taught me that nothing is easy. When we go into a hospital, when we try to enter the door, we do not know the syllabus. We do not know what to expect on the other side of the door. We know that there are cancer patients, terminally ill children, but how are they going to behave with you? We created a small tribe, and in a hospital, everything is so clean. Everything is color-coded. Everything is sterile. We are the chaos in the hospital. But I realized there is chaos in every mind. Every child who suffers cancer has a family. The entire ecosystem is suffering the disease. The doctor who's treating is suffering the stress. The nurse who's looking after the child is suffering the stress. There is chaos in their mind. So when the door opens and the clowns arrive with all the atrocious stuff that we do, I speak a very, very, very special language. It's called gibberish. You must try it. It's very, very effective. When we speak our language, the children look at us and say, wow, what's this character? When we went to Africa, Nigeria, we saw children who had blastomas in their eyes that were larger than their faces. They had malnutrition, no food in their body. But those children also, children who are not smiling, looked at us through that other eye and smiled. Jokar. Then we say Jokar. The parents were so happy because the color, the riot, the madness of the clown made the patient smile. One instance I still remember, sitting with a 10-year-old boy who was so angry that he was being given these drips and injections and couldn't go and play. He made me sit in front of him. He tore me apart. He took a stick and hit me. I allowed him. It was his stress-busting moment. After 5 minutes, he looked at me and said, "You're my friend," because nobody could understand what he was going through. So there are moments when the medical clown is very important. A child who's sitting through chemotherapy does not want that injection. The doctor is standing in front of him. And suddenly there's a face behind that peeps out, and the child says, "Oh my God, what's that creature behind you?" And By the time the child comprehends who are these clowns around, the quote is put, chemo has started, he's not even realized. So we are very useful. So what I want to tell you now is that the journey from being a scientist, a serious scientist, a respected scientist, to being the CEO of a company, of talking on stages, was very, very easy for me. It came with the excellence that I brought from my cradle. But I had to unlearn that to be what I am today. Because I had to help the sad mother. Rohit's mother needed. Now when I'm telling you this, I remind you of the times when you want to change the password in your life. When you need to change the password, the system will say, please fill the new password, isn't it? If you put in the old password, it will say, not this, use a new password. That is exactly what life is about. When you need that certain stage of your life, you need to change the password and get into the system. You need to create an avatar of yourself that flows into the next version of you. At every stage of your life, you will find that moment when you will be responsible for yourself. And when that moment happens, learning, unlearning, and relearning is what we need. Now let me take you to the matrix. Matrix, now have a look at this. 30,000 hours of media by the time you're 18. 30,000 hours of media is hitting you. 50,000 hours of advertisements are coming to you. 15,000 hours of formal education is shoved down your neck. 3,000 hours of religious teachings. Oh, all this comes to you within the time span of 18 years. Now, you will decide what you want to do. Many of us will concentrate on things that don't matter to us. So, doing 8 hours of work, we do 2 hours of distraction, we become masters of distraction. What are we doing? We're dictating to our mind. Our mind has different compartments. This is my learning. Our mind is a monkey. It's a monkey. If you allow this monkey to control your life, you will be the donkey. So be very clear and careful that your mind has different aspects. You have pain, you have lust, you have jealousy, family, anger, sex, laughter, love, and many, many more emotions. But your knowledge, your learning is consciousness. It's like a ball of light. I could take the ball of light, my consciousness, out of the pain and put it into family. Out of the pain and put it into laughter. That's exactly what I did. Each one of us has times when we feel sad. Some of us want to even kill ourselves. Enough. At that moment, stop. You are in control of that orb of light. The knowledge that is flowing through you is flowing in your mind. And the mind is the only tool that does not have a working manual. It did not come with a manual. You can create your own manual, isn't it? So how powerful can that mind be where the whole cradle, the stage of learning, is supposed to be done? Simon Sinek, my favorite character from the TEDx, once said, a golden circle of what, how, and why makes you important. So in life, friends, tomorrow you will go out for jobs. When you go out for jobs, you will try to sell yourselves. What are you? How are you? Why are you applying for this job? Are the 3 questions that will come to you. Now don't tell you I'm trying to sell him, but let me try to sell this burger to you, okay? If I was having this product in my hand and I wanted to give him away to somebody, okay, I would have an opinion to say, oh my, meet this wonderful teddy bear. His name is Mr. Monty. He's a good guy. He's very happy. And although he hasn't had a bath for the last 2 years, he's a good chap. So would you like to take him home? Rather, I would say, this is Monty. He changed my life. Would you like to take him home? So why take him home? It's more important. It's important that you ask this question in every stage of your life. The honeybee, the bumblebee is too heavy. It cannot carry itself. The body is heavy. It has little small wings. It is thermodynamically not eligible to fly. But the bumblebee doesn't know that. He starts flapping and flapping, and lo and behold, he flies around. Life is like that, friends. Be that bumblebee. Challenge yourself in such a way. Can I go to the next slide, please, so that I can tell you the key takeaways? We have to embrace vulnerability. We have to learn to adapt, and we have to find meaning beyond success. Life is not about the accolades. Life is not about the awards. Life is not about those moments when you became Amazon bestseller. Life is the moments when you reached out and you touched a little child who will remember you forever and ever. The mind is like a parachute. Open your mind and you will fly into echelons of learning. You will learn that you can make such a difference. The moment I become a clown, I disrobe my branded clothes and I wear just this robe. My branded clothes and my ego is the thing that I learn to dislearn. I don't want it. I want to be me. In passing away this evening, more afternoon, I would like to leave you with some messages. What is important in life is for us to reset our life, to audit our life. If you meet a person in pain, remember what they are going through is what they have to unlearn. If I could inspire any of you to do just this little in your life, stop. The game is large. The battlefield is huge. There are a lot of warriors out there. They need you. They need your support to take life to a different ball game. The only thing you must say is, I will learn and I will grow and I will be a wonderful hope for everybody else. I thank Priya for giving me this opportunity to talk today. And remember, if you cannot inspire somebody else with a true story, then you are not living the life you should live. You're not learning the lessons you should have learned today. At the age of 64, I stand before you, a happy woman, Rohit's mother. I thank you all for listening to me because Mumpy and Bondi are proud to give our story to you. Learn to live life, learn to adapt, learn to be absolutely bingo on the wall, taking your conscious energy into parts where the happy moment which I asked you is where you have to focus. Now, take that ball of light of learning, put it in your mind where that happy moment was, remember? And thank you for giving me 0.07 seconds of your life and much, much more. God bless you, and remember, wear yourself and your brand with dignity. Teach yourself. You are the only thing in life